Best to miss his absence than entertain his presence when he's an entire clown. Start to finish. If you are new here, hi, hello, my name is Asha. Very nice to meet you. Okay, virtual hugs, smooches, mwah, mwah. Welcome to the A-Team. If you are not subscribed, subscribe right now. And if you still need a little bit more convincing, hopefully this video does just that for you. Also, do not forget to follow me on Instagram, which will be right here, okay? Let's jump right into this video. I always get this controversial feedback of why people agree with multiple dating or why they don't agree with dating multiple people. You are either one or two things. You're either the girl that is faithful during the talking stage, which a lot of us have been, and you're emotionally investing in one guy that you don't know where the things are gonna go, and you're investing emotionally without the relationship title. Or you could be option B, you are the girl that understands that there is no title and that you need to explore your options as the man that you're dating certainly is. I think it's important to also be careful of thinking that people are an exception to our rules. When we think that people are an exception to our rules, then we just throw the whole list away. We instead decide, this person is way different than I anticipated. So I guess none of the rules or the demands that I have apply here. So I'm just going to free fall this. And like I said in my last video, you are very capable of catching feelings without that being your intention. First way to get into a situationship, period, is to overcommit. Everything is, oh my God, me too. Oh my God, no way. You, no. I've never had that in common with anyone before. Like, obviously this is meant to be. No, it's not that situation. Everything is same in the beginning. It's the honeymoon stage. I think where we go wrong is where we literally don't think it can get any better. And that's why a lot of us start to tolerate things and stay in situations that we shouldn't be in. Because you honestly, really, genuinely don't think that it's gonna get any better than that current situation. Let's see if I could shed some light on why you may potentially be feeling heartbroken or played due to overcommitting and not dating multiple people. Because like I always say, guys are naturally keeping their options open. They are dating multiple people. It's just naturally how they are. This means different people. He could be open to talking to new people. He could be currently being intimate with multiple people, or he could simply just be actively dating multiple people. So just to clarify that, talking to someone could mean texting, maybe, an old flame. Dating someone could mean dating, an old and a new person. It's really up for interpretation. To me, dating and talking could maybe be the same thing. I don't really know. But dating to me is the act, like I said, of like physically doing things with another person, not just, texting them all day and your pen pals. That's to me is more talking than dating. Why do men date multiple people? I believe personally, and as GL also knows, being that he is a man, guys understand that they have options, right? They understand that they need to see who best fits their lifestyle, and they're always kind of searching for, the next best thing. Oh, if you begin to exhibit behavior that he may not be too fond of, well, he can easily move on to the next girl. If you start to act a little crazy and he doesn't really want to deal with you, he easily detaches from you and moves on to the next girl. Here's also why, sidebar, guys do fall harder than women do. We as women can take a lot of different things. We could take the heartbreak, all this stuff. For men, it's not really that difficult. That's why they avoid it so much. Guys don't handle heartbreak in the same way that women do. So Gia Lambert breaks it down perfectly. So I'm literally quoting verbatim from his article. Let's say a guy is 40% into you, 20% into his ex that he may or may not still be sleeping with, 15% into the chick on Instagram that he's DMing nonstop, and then he reserves the last 25% for a potential Tinder hookup. Love that. They cannot afford to be emotionally distraught over a girl that they were less than half invested in. Yes, think about that. I mean, literally, I love that he put it this way. It makes so much sense. If everything is being divided by all these percentages, how could you afford to be heartbroken over one person? You just can't, because you never gave him 100. Think of it like this. When it comes to investing and things of that nature, would you invest all of your money into a brand new venture, a brand new project, because it just looks very promising on the outside? The difference between men and women is that guys understand that concept, and women are always, they're more willing to take the risk on a relationship than a guy is. But if you think about it in terms of investment and money, it starts to make sense. Men invented exclusive yet not committed relationships, aka situationships. Things feel exclusive, but the second they go find someone else, someone better, for whatever reason, don't get caught up in an exclusive, unofficial situation, because it's gonna always feel, and sometimes it is, sometimes it always feels exclusive until you turn around and things get different, right? Because they always do. Things get different and you're like, he's not calling me as often anymore. He's not texting me as often anymore. He's getting busy at random times that he normally would always speak to me in. Like, just something is off. But I don't really think he's talking to anybody else, because I'm pretty sure, I mean, up until now, he's been only with me. That sometimes is true. But understand this, if he's still not your boyfriend, you cannot really hold him accountable for what he's doing because of what it felt like. You will never be able to test his consistency and worthiness if you're constantly being blinded by potential. Potential will always remain potential. Oh, but I know he's a nice guy. I know he's a nice guy. Oh, but like, he went through a really bad breakup before. GL said that we overvalue as women our roles because of what we know that we bring to the table. Well, I have a great job and I have a career and I have a master's degree and all this stuff. And it's like, guys really don't care about that. They don't, you could literally be a billionaire guy and he's gonna go marry, you know, a waitress. And no offense to anyone that is a waitress, but for argument's sake. So you don't need necessarily all of these maybe credentials and great things in order to feel like, oh, I'm solid because I know who I am and I know what I'm bringing, so there's no way you can play me. But it still happens. Guys understand that doing the bare minimum will always feel like royalty when you can easily tell when a girl has been undervalued. You can literally walk into 7-Eleven and ask a girl, hey, do you want anything? I'm going to 7-Eleven. And she's sitting in the car texting her friends, oh my God, he literally just asked me what I wanted from 7-Eleven. Guys, I think he's literally the one, because anytime I was with Roy, he never once asked me what I wanted. This guy obviously is a real gentleman. He was raised right. Boom, there you go, impressed. Did you two define what you are? Did he spend any real money on you? And I'm not talking about just for dinner, because he's eating too. And then the next thing you know, you drop everyone in your roster because you feel like, well, that was easy. I mean, I don't really feel like I need to test him anymore. He's very much a gentleman. And these are things that I've never experienced before. So this guy has been consistent for about a month. I think we're good now. We're in the clear. Understand this cold, hard fact, myself included. We cannot get mad when there is no real relationship. Even if a guy's gonna have the nerve and the audacity to text you like, hey, I'm not looking for just friends. I just really thought that we were going out on dates, we were doing all this stuff. Guys will even bring up this, you know, the idea of being with you, all this stuff, and then 3 months down the line, you're still single. If I'm that great, then why am I still single? Make it make sense, because it doesn't. Men risk rejection all the time. All the time. So don't even feel guilty if somebody likes you and you simply don't feel the same, or you are talking to other people. Sometimes a lot of women feel guilty, like, oh my God, I feel guilty, especially if you're new to this. You feel guilty, like, I feel weird talking to other people and I know that I really like this one guy. And it's like, he doesn't feel the same, I can assure you, babe. I promise. So until you literally have a discussion with him and he's telling you that you are his girlfriend and you can hold him accountable for things, don't feel an ounce of guilt. In conclusion, angels, okay? If you are the one that's having to bring up, what are we? Is this a relationship? Then we have a problem and it's not in Houston. You guys have seemed to have mastered the art of making us understand their struggle. But we're not doing that in 2020. Be done and ghost. Best to miss his absence than entertain his presence when he's an entire clown. Start to finish. I don't care how good of a guy he is, because those are the worst types too, okay? Arguably. Where you'll have a genuine nice guy. He will be a nice guy, but he's just not your guy. He's not the guy for you. That doesn't mean that he's a bad person and we should demonize, you know, an individual, but we also have to take accountability for our part because it takes two to tango. And you have to understand your role, your part in where this went nowhere, why it went nowhere, and not waiting around for someone or making excuses for them for why they haven't chosen for you to be their girlfriend yet. You need to be selective. It's an audition. You know, roles and titles are not going to be just, you know, handed out, given to anyone. You get a car, Oprah style. We're not doing that. Always remember this, guys are always going to have circumstances that come up and they're gonna make you feel bad for it, and then you're gonna use it as an excuse in your head of why you should stick around. Oh, well, he got out of a really complicated relationship. That's why he has trouble trusting. There was something that I posted on my Instagram that I want to read to you guys, actually. It was so good. Girl breathes, like, and the guy goes, I don't know, I want to be in a relationship right now. You're the type of girl I could see myself marrying, but I had a psycho ex in the 6th grade and my life's crazy with being at the partying chair of my frat and my sister's hamster being sick, but we can still bang though. So then here you go. Okay, well, at least he was honest with me. See, because like my ex, like he before would just ignore me and block me and not even explain anything, but like at least he's actually telling me what's wrong. And then this now excuses all of his behavior because, well, not in the best state right now. And that's my problem, that I'm supposed to be sticking around because you're not in the best state. Then you should have never came around in my space. I'm building. Why are you interrupting my space? You need to take responsibility for the fact that you interrupted my space. Don't interrupt me if you're not ready to take all that I come with. It doesn't make any sense. How did you identify you were not fit only when you got into this, you know, relationship with me? Now all of a sudden you're not ready and you've gone through a lot and you need to process what's going on. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it because it didn't matter in the beginning. So why is it coming up now? I'll wait. I'm just kidding. I'm not waiting. No, I'm not waiting. Like, stop. Don't touch me. Stop. If you have watched this all the way till the end, I want you to leave a Christmas tree emoji because it's festive. It's for the holidays. And do not forget to thumbs up this video. Let me know if you guys like the mixture of short and long videos, and I have been dabbling and posting a lot more shorter videos. So let me know which ones you guys like the most, or if you like me to constantly switch it up. Whatever you guys want, I'll do for you guys. Do not forget that I love you and God loves you, and I'll see you beautiful angels in my next video. Mwah. Done.